So we will just wait for another 1 month, 1 minute, and we will see if there are any more members joining, because just in next 1 minute we are going to start. Okay, so let's start. The rule for today's class is that make sure that you sit in a quiet place, away from a distraction. There should not be any noise coming up. So better stay away from any kind of distractions, preferably away from any TV or a music system, so that you don't get distracted. Preferably use a laptop, because Google Workspace is something which is basically being used by the developers. So we are going to give you some techniques where you are actually going to develop solutions, and those solutions are something that you should always be looking for. So make sure that you have logged in through your laptop. Keep your mobile on the silent, because keeping your mobile on silent will keep you away from the distractions that I have in the point one. Ask questions and be interactive, because it cannot be a one-way tunnel that I keep on giving you some kind of a information or a gyan and you are not able to answer it, or you are not able to grab it, because more questions you ask, more queries you have, I will be there to answer those queries. Keep your wish list ready, and which will be answered in the Q&A. We don't want the training to stop in between, because it is something that people sometimes lose. So keep your wish list ready and present those questions in your Q&A section. Q&A section is going to start in next 40 minutes from now. So whatever the queries you have, based on the uh, based on the training that is going to come up, make sure that you actually park those questions and ask them in the end. And we will try to answer most of your queries today itself, but in case the time is not permitting, we will be closing the session at 8. That is like almost 54 minutes from now. And but you can send those queries via message to me, by WhatsApp message, also by email also. You can do that, I will be able to answer that. Make sure that you give a feedback on this session, because this is something which is going to help me to curate the session as per your requirement. This is a second installment of what we have been doing. So you guys should be very very proactive, and if you are not proactive, then it will be very very difficult for me to curate it as per your need. So I would request that you always give me a feedback: what was good, what was bad, what you are not able to do, what you have tried to implement but you are not able to implement those things. So I would request that you make sure that that feedback is given to me, so that I am in a position to curate the solutions as per your need. So it's a very important task that you have with you today. So make sure that you give me a feedback. I'll be giving you some tasks to develop, because whatever the learning that you are going to get today are supposed to be developed as per your business environment, as per your requirement. So if you guys don't do the homework, you will not be able to grasp this, because it's a technical thing. And normally what happens is people sometimes do not understand that the technology takes time to be grasped. It may look easy once you look at the way I am doing it, because I have been doing it for last many many years. So I do it very fast. But for you, the person who is not able to do it, but it may look easy, but it may take some time. So it has got some learning curve. It depends on the level of the computer experience that you have, that you can do that. So do your homework. So these are the simple points. Keep a snapshot of this. I'll be putting this snapshot normally with every training, and before that I always put it in the group also, so that you can just see that, and that is the way you are actually going to use it. Anyway, so these are the rules. Make sure that you follow these rules and be very interactive In the end, I'll be able to answer the questions. Now, I'm now going to change the whole thing to the uh, my own interface. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to change this. Okay. So what I have done is now I have actually shared my different interface. It's a Google Drive. So as in the last meeting, I actually shared with you my Google Drive. So this is where the drive looks, and looking at the drive, you will be looking at a lot of uh, folders are there, a lot of files are there, so many other things are there. So these are the things which are already covered in the last session. If you are not able to understand how this interface works, how the Google Drive works, you can actually refer to the last session. Last week we covered actually the Google Drive. So Google Drive में कैसे files बनती हैं, folders कैसे बनते हैं, new files कैसे create होती हैं, how you rename it, how you correct it, everything has already been covered. But still, if you are not able to get something from those recorded videos, please come back to me. I'll be able to answer all of your queries. I'll help you to curate the system like you. So that's fine. So this is where the Google drive opens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and going into my own folder. So what I do is I go to my drive and I simply go to my Google Workspace. So what I can simply test and check it. So this is my Google Workspace coaching folder. So this is the way it is working. So I've created a lot of files over here. These are from the previous session that we had it. Now, today what we are going to do is we are going to cover a tool which is basically called Google Forms. So it's a standard tool which is available from Google. So it's very simple. Just go to the new, and from the new you will be looking at lot of points over here like new folder, file upload, folder upload. So all these were covered in the Google Drive part. Next is Google Docs, Google Sheets, slides, and forms. So all the our documents, Google Docs, Sheets, slides, we are going to cover in the subsequent sessions. Immediately, what we are going to do today is because the whole data entry actually starts from Google Forms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Google Forms. So as soon as I go to the Google Form, so there is a new tab opening. Now I have actually shared a new tab. So you can see that a new tab is already open, and you can see the tab response, how it is looking. The look and feel is very basic right now, but I will tell you how that look and feel can be improved, make it as a very professional one. And the good part is it's a Google document, it's a Google form, so it's free. Of course, it comes with your Gmail free. So any kind of the things. Now, this is something which I want you guys to see, that as a small business owner or as a team member, where you cannot invest into very big ERP systems, very big CRM systems, because it's a big challenge for a small companies to invest into that. That is one. Second thing is all of these tools that we buy from outside are almost hard coded. They are not very user friendly as per your needs. Sometimes what happens is it has been done by some so-called expert who has got some few years of experience for sales. So the sales guy is developing the entire CRM system, including the support also. Now the sales guy has actually experience in the sales. He is not having experience in the support, but he has created the entire system because he has got a understanding of the professional knowledge of the support also, and he has put in. But if your team which is into support has got a specific requirement of ticketing management system, maybe you might be looking at a custom made solution. So this is the difference which comes. The Google Forms or the Google Workspace gives you the flexibility to design and implement a system as per your needs. You don't have to worry about anything. You just have to create a system from scratch as per your need. It's pretty simple. It's a straightforward system. So Google Forms, why the Google Forms are? The Google Forms are nothing. It's a standard tool used by Google only to get the data from the field. So it could be any data. Like I give you a simple use scenario. You have a something like what do you say, a sales form. So you have got a team of 10 salespeople who go around the city booking the orders. So there is a one use case. Or you have got 10 salespeople at 10 sales counter inside your showroom also. There is a possibility. You might be having a 10 salespeople in your office who are taking either online orders or either they are taking the telephonic orders. There also you can use the Google form, or you have pricing everything ready with you and you want the customer to buy directly from this. So we have got the e-commerce website, like Amazon is an e-commerce website. Such there are so many other websites which do the e-commerce business. So Google form is a free replacement for those kind of websites also. So you can create a Google form, and from the Google form also you can do the sales. It's pretty easy, very easy. You can do that. I will show you the case. But going further on that, the biggest challenge that we have in our data is the similarity or the sanctity of the data. I give you a simple scenario. My name is Manmeet. So my name spelling is Manmeet. So Meet is my name. But there is a possibility somebody else who doesn't knows me, he can put my name as Manmit. So I have got two variants. Okay. So if somebody wants to put my name in the Excel sheet, he says name of the customer, Manmeet, Manmit. So the variant, there are two variants, Manmeet. So there are two variants. Now, if you have also asked for a surname also to be added, or you want the name and the first name and the surname or the family name should be added to this. So my name is Manmeet, so you can put Manmeet or Manmit, and my surname is Bhatti, Bhatti. So that's my surname. But you can put Bhati, that is a possibility. That's again a Bhatti. You can be Atti, that is again Bhatti. Bhatti, it's a Bhatti, but sometimes by mistake you can do that, because in India the surnames are also mixed up. So there a person from Rajasthan may put like Bhati. So there are so many variants. So you can imagine just these two words, one A here or one A there, or one T here or one I there, is going to make huge difference in our understanding of the name. Now imagine 2000 of the name coming to you, and you want to filter out a person by the name of Manmeet Bhatti or Manmeet Singh Bhatti. Once you start a filter, there is a possibility you might be having a 20 different combinations coming up, 30 different combinations coming up. So the authenticity of the data is going to be different, because the whole data has been entered by different type of people. So somebody in Rajasthan is going to put something else, somebody in Tamil Nadu is going to put something else, somebody in Punjab is going to put something else. And there is a possibility they are the names of the same person. One, there is a possibility they are different people, but the names have not been entered correctly. So there are different variants, and possibly you may lose some customers, or you may get confused with that. So getting the data from the field is very important in a correct format. Especially in engineering, we always say it should always be in the engineering terms. Why engineering terms? You want to measure the length, they said measure it in foot FPS system. So foot, pound, seconds. So you put it, itne found 5 feet 10 inches, 5 feet 6 inches. So 5 feet 10 inches means 5 feet 10 inches. That's it. So you don't have to worry about anything. So 5 feet 10 inches means 5. But you can say, हाँ जी इतना बड़ा 2.5 फुट के करीब का है. करीब and 2.5 foot is totally different. So that is the way the accuracy of your data collection is going to be very high if you start using the Google Forms. Now, I am going to show you a basic form creation for a basic inquiry being received on your website, or your on terminal, or your on your PC, or your field person moving into the field and do it. So what we do is, I say just a simple sales inquiry form. So we are going to create a sales inquiry form. So I make it as a sales inquiry form number 1. So that's so that you can do that. So if you see, I have put a name over here. So the name also has come up. Form description. So we can just simply, this form is to be used for collecting the sales inquiries from the field. Just something like that, from the customers instead of field. I'm being an engineer in the field, so I normally use the field one. Now, in a normal sales inquiry form, what we do? We pretty simple put a name. So as soon as I put a name, if you see, there was so automatically the Google has put a type of the entry which is going to come up. So it's a short answer text. So names are normally text, so you can just simply add the name over here and it will come. Now, one thing more over here is on this particular thing, you will see we have a column here which is showing required or not required. As soon as if you click over here, that means it's mandatory to be entered. So there is a possibility of the data which you don't want to collect in the field. You want to make it voluntarily that the customer will enter that data or not a data. So if you put that, so you can make it required. So required, if you want to collect the name of a person, make it as required. It's a must. If you don't want the name, You can remove the required one, so the data can be submitted. It's pretty easy, nothing rocket science about it. Now coming to short answers. Now this short answer is very very important, because the name is very short, so we have kept it as a short answer, but there are different variants that will be coming. If you click over here and put a drop down, you will see a paragraph. So there is also a possibility that here it is a name, so you did a short answer, but there is something like you are creating a customer support form, or you are creating a sales inquiry but in a longer form for some medicines or some kind of, you are a health consultant, so you want the customers or the person who is inquiring to give his some medical conditions, na? Or how he is feeling, or you are a trainer or a coach, you want some data in some paragraph form or a longer format from the person filling the form, so you can go for a paragraph. So as soon as I change this to paragraph, you will see it's a long answer. So the user can put almost 15-20 lines of the answer also into this. It's pretty easy. So this is also one of the ways of putting the things together. Now, this is the paragraph. The next option that we have got is a multiple choice also. So you can go for a multiple choice. As soon as you click on a multiple choice, you see the options are coming up. So you can add on options. So like name, in the name you normally will not have the options, so we will move it further. So currently what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it as a short answer, and I'm going to put it as required one. So I want that anybody who is entering the data into the form should be having a short answer, and it should be shown. Now on the right column here, if you see, there are the three dots. Google has got the entire thing built up on these three dots. On the top right corner also you'll see three dots. Here is the three dot. Wherever some particular action has to be taken, there are three dots. Okay. Now, once you click on these three dots, there is a possibility of coming up a description and a response validation. Now, first of all is coming to description. I put a description. The question is there, but there is a possibility you have a question which the customer is not able to understand, and you want the customer to understand. So you put a name and we say, please enter your full name, like full name consisting of family name and first name. Okay. So you are actually giving a hint or something like telling the data, the person who is entering the data, that we are looking for your family name and the first name. You can also create like first name and surname. You can create name and surname. You can create name, middle name, and surname. It's all your choice, the way you want to do it. But here you are able to give the complete detail, that what information you are looking at. Like if you are looking for, you are a health consultant, you can write, please give me your morning routine, what you do from the time you wake up to you have your first meal or the first breakfast. Pretty simple. And please mention that the timings also along with that. So a person will say that I wake up at 6 a.m, then I do this, then I do this, then I do this, and after that I have my breakfast at around 9 a.m, then I get ready for office and whatever it is. So you can give a simple snapshot that you want this data over there. So that also can be done. Now coming to the three dots again, once you click on this three dot, there is also option of coming a response validation. This is very very important. As soon as we put a response validation, it is going to ask for a lot of questions. This I'm going to cover in the next step. Now name is clear. You can copy this thing, so there is a duplication of this level, or you can create a new one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an phone number or an email of this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate it. So as soon as I duplicate, I have got another one coming. So this is the first question. Now this is the second question. Now the name, because earlier one was name, so here again the name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to phone number. Okay. So what I'm going to do is phone number. So as soon as I put a phone number, if you see, Google has already created. So I will put enter your, we can put is enter your mobile number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in mobile number. This is pretty simple. This is what I'm going to do. So as soon as I put over here and I have kept it required, so it's confirmed that the name also has to be there, phone number has to be there. Now again I'm going to go for a duplication. Now I want the email ID also of the person. Okay, the email ID, because email is the next gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that email ID. Now as soon as please enter your email ID. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this to email ID. Enter your email ID. Now email ID has also been entered. Again, it is required. So now coming to this, if you see, I have done name, I have done phone number, I have put email ID. Now we are going to test the validation which I shared earlier. Now come to phone number. As soon as I come to phone number, I have given the description because it was the same which was given, so we have done it. Now I'm going to put here more options. As soon as I click it, there is the response validation. Now in response validation, it asks, what is this? What kind of the entry is going to come? Earlier it was a text, so it was a text. Now here it's going to be a number. Now it's your choice how you are going to do a number. Now I know a phone number is a 5-digit number, 6-digit number, 7-digit number, 8-digit number, whatever it is. So we can put it as a greater than number because it has to be number. So if you say that okay, it's a 10-digit number. So what we do is we put 1 for 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that. Okay. And in case the data is not more than that and or it is not in the form of number, we can pretty simply do it. Please enter a valid phone number. It's pretty simple. So as soon as this question comes in front of that person who is entering the data, and he or she, when it enters the mobile number for 10 digit, it has to be more than 1111 10 times. If it is not there, or if it he or she by mistake enters a data which is not a number, automatically they will be getting a pop-up. I will show you how it is being done. Okay, now phone number is there, then next one is the email. Now email, again I want to do the validation. I go to the response validation here. Now here if you see, we don't have a number option, we have to change the option to text. Now contains, doesn't contains an email. So we know that okay, this is an email. As soon as I put an email, it will automatically check whether it's an email or not. If you are not putting an email, it is not going to take it. So in case this person is not giving you a valid email, so it will say please enter a correct email. It's pretty simple. So we have actually set two things. First, we have changed the type of the data entry, which has to be then short answers, short answers, short answers. But second question, in the short answers, we have changed the entry to number and we have checked the validation of 10-digit number. In case the number is less than 10 digits, or if it's a character, any kind of text character, alphanumeric character, it will automatically tell you that please enter a valid phone number. The third question is email ID. Here also we are going to do that. We are simply going to mention an email ID. The system is going to check that whether that entered email is a valid email ID or it's some kind of a text, garbled text. In case there is something wrong, it will automatically give you a pop-up of this. So till now, this is here. Now, we have three questions and we want to collect these three questions as of now and we want to check the validation also. So first of all, to send this data to any of your customers is very, very easy. Just simply go to send. Now you can send it via email also, you can send it via link also. So this is the link which has been created, but normally what happens is this link is very, very big. So sometimes it is not easy to paste or something like that. So you can go for a link shortener, or Google gives you a link shortener. As soon as you click on this shorten URL, Google has already reduced this thing and you just simply copy this. Okay, so just copy and simply copy it and then just close it. This is my Google Workspace account where I have by default setting. I have not allowed anybody from outside to respond by default. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it. So here now anybody in the world can do it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put this message in the chat box so that all of you guys can just send an entry into that data and give me a thumbs up if you are able to access this particular data. I want you guys to enter some data into this form so that I can know that you guys are actually able to get something over here. So it's a pretty simple step. Just simply go, enter your name, enter your phone number, enter your email ID, and once you enter this whole data, you will be able to use it. Pretty simple, and the data will be start will start reflecting on my workspace. This is pretty simple. Okay. If somebody is having any challenges, please give it to me. Okay. So I see some data coming up. So few of you guys have actually responded. So I will again reshare this thing with you so that you can just see what kind of the data has come. Just a minute, let me share it. So I'm going to. Okay. So if you see, this is the form, and on the top you see I have some responses coming up. So if you move over here, responses, there are three responses coming up. So I have got feedback in the name from Mr. Rajinder, Aman, and Balvinder Singh. Then another three responses. This is a dummy number. This is one number. This is a number. So I have got three responses coming up. So this is the first step of getting the data over here. And the beauty of this data is this data stays on your Google Drive. Okay, so this is a part of your Google Drive. The form is part of your Google Drive. You can collect n number of the data that you can easily manage. So this is one way of doing the things. Now, if you see over here, we also have one tab here on the right, which is called Link to Sheets. Now, the Google Sheets is another tool by Google which you can use, because Google Sheets, what they do is they have helped to collate the whole data at one place. So what you can do is you can simply click on the link to Sheets. So it is going to create a sheets. So as soon as it gives me option, create a new spreadsheet, create a old sheet, whatever it is. So what I'm going to create a new spreadsheet, and I simply create it. Okay. So it is just creating that sheet, and now I'm going to share that tab with you. Give me a thumbs up if you can just see that in the comment box that this tab is available to you and you can just see that. Okay, great. Oh, yes, Amanji, you can speak if you want to. Yes.
Sir, I was trying to thumbs up. All good.
Oh, wonderful, sir. Thank you. You can use the chat box, not a problem, sir, for this. Thank you
Thank
very
you, sir.
much. So we do have this whole thing now. Uh, this data, Google Sheets is another tool of Google where you are able to see whatever the data has come in your Google Forms. So if you see on the left side, we have got a timestamp at what time and the date this data has come, what is the name, what is the phone number, and what is the email ID. So this is the basic data that you want to collect from your customers. So this is the first step. Now, इसी को ही अगर आप आगे यूज करना चाहते हैं, you want to add up something like simply like if you say that if you are creating a CRM kind of ठीक है, so you can just put a status on this. So status, you can share this sheet with your employees, and they will be calling this customer, Rajinder ji, you actually inquired from our websites XYZ, and how, what do you want from us, what should we quote to you, and all that. So you can just simply see contacted. So whatever the stages of your sales funnel is, you can start doing over here, and you can just mention over here that your CRM. So the data is coming from the form, it is being displayed on a sheet, but your sales team is then following based on that form. So it's a very good thing that you have this form embedded on your website. You have this form given as a form through your WhatsApp chat or any of your chats to your customers. You can just simply send it. So what is going to happen is the whole data, whichever is coming from any of the sources, either website, either WhatsApp, either Facebook, any kind of personal references, any kind of apps, wherever you have it, just install one form. This has been created. The entire data will come only to one sheet in spite of different sources. So 10 sources, 15 sources होंगे, all those sources are going to get you a data onto a one screen, and from one screen you'll be able to very beautifully use the data. But Google Sheets chapter will be covered at least for 3 days, because it's a very big chapter. So that we are going to take it up at a later in the time. Today we are only covering the forms. So what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to move ahead into the form part again. So what we are going to do is you will be able to see the forms, how they are going to work. Thank you. So what we are going to do is we are going to work with the forms now. Now, if you look at the form, this is pretty simple. Now, I have shown you how to put a name. I have shown you how to put a phone number, how to put an email ID. Now, apart from this, you also want the customer to decide what he wants to buy or what he wants to inquire. It's pretty simple. Let's see anything that he wants to inquire. So what we are going to do is we are going to add a new question over here. Now we say product selection. We simply say product selection. A very simple product selection. Suppose you are uh, having a customer, or you are having a mobile shop, okay, just, or you are having some kind of a services business. So you want customer to decide that what. So as soon as I put a product selection, automatically Google is very intelligent, has given me the options. So I wanted to show you on this right side, these are the multiple choices, so you can have anything. So first option is, what we are going to do is product selection. We are going for option one. Now option one, I say mobile one. Second is mobile two. You can name anything like whatever you want. So mobile four, mobile, something like that. So what you can do is you can have the customer tell you that he wants this, and here very simple, go to the description, please select your product. It's very simple. So as soon as you give this, you have given multiple choice. So I will show you how this form is going to look. So as soon as that form you want to check out on that form, this form has already been updated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this form. The link is already there in the chat box. You can also check. The form has been now updated. So I'm going to share that tab where the form has been updated. If you see, name, phone number, email ID, everything is there, but the product selection has now come. So I request you to please enter some data for the product selection. You will see that data coming here in the picture also. Okay, so please check over inside over there. So if you are able to enter the new data or able to see the new data, please let me know, so that I can be confirmed that you are actually able to follow the whole thing very easily. So that can be done. Hopefully you are able to access. Yes, I see one more response coming up. So I have got one response by the name of AJ and selecting mobile 5. So this way you can build up your forms, different types of the forms you can build up. So this is one basic way of the form, adding those forms also. You can very simply you can build up. Then there are different methods. So here we have gone for a product selection. Now from multiple choice, you in the multiple choice you have given multiple choice means is you have given so many choices to your customer. Okay, select one, two, three, four, select all four, and something like that. But there is also a possibility or a scenario that you want to give the option only one option of the five options. Very simple. Move from multiple choice, go to the drop down. So as soon as you go into the drop down, now you check the form. The form has totally changed. Now the customer will not be able to see multiple options, but as soon as he goes into the drop down, I'll just show you. If you can see my screen here, if you see, the product selection is coming up. Now that particular multiple selection has gone off. So as soon as you click on product selection, you get mobile one, two, three, four. So whatever you want to add on, you can just simply, so but you have to go, because this is showing this is a required question. So simply you can do. Now I am filling this data for you because we have done lot of validations, we have done lot of other things. So now I'm going to enter my name. So I'm going to enter my name, Manmeet Singh Bhatti. So this is my name. Now coming to number. Now I want to put my number is 2347 something. As soon as I have entered data which is incorrect, because in the beginning, if you see then the validation, we put a very clearly that we are going to put 10 digits number more than 11111. So I have to put 10 digit number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a number. If you see the red has already gone. So the phone number validation is there. Although this is a workaround, so you have to see what kind of the country codes you have, so you can put those phone numbers over here. So this is there. Coming to email ID, same way email ID, yeah, I will say ABC. Okay, so I just put it automatically says that your email ID is incorrect. So it knows, even if I put at the rate, it knows that this is not the correct email ID. Email ID is abc.abc dot. Still, it is not going to answer. So I have to put it like something like dot in or something like that, because the Google in the backend actually validates. Last but not the least, we have got a product selection. Here we have very clearly mentioned that you have to select the individual product. So as soon as I go over there, there is a drop down. So I select a mobile number 2. So I do the select number and I submit it. So data has been submitted. And as soon as I go to my Google Sheets or this, so I just show you my sheet. And if you see, we already have a selection coming up from AJ, which is mobile number 5, and then one missing butty, which I just did it in front of you, is basically mobile 2. So pretty simple stuff, nothing very rocket science. You can use it for any kind of applications that you want. So this is pretty simple. Now I'm coming back to my form. So after the drop down, there are other options. There are many options which are coming up. Okay. So what we are going to do is product selection. We want to keep it here. Now I'm putting a next question. Next question is, suppose you want to have a feedback from a customer that what kind of the services you have given, what kind of the services. So you can call it as a feedback question. Okay. Now you can get lot of levels of feedback questions. Somebody will say your feedback is good, your company service is good. Some will say it's bad. But if you tell them on a rate of 0 to 10 or a rate of 0 to 5, please rate us. Now that is the question. So if you click on the paragraph, if you see there is a linear scale, just click on the linear scale. You will see on the left side there is a 1 and 5. You can improve from 5 to 10 also. So it depends. You want a linear scale to it up. How what kind of the gradation you want to give it to your customer. Okay. So one, and you say one is the bad and this is the best, something like that, or worst or bad, whatever you want to do it, or low or high, it's all your choice. And you want a feedback question, so simply you can just ask for this feedback question. So as soon as you put, so I have shown you here how the linear scale function works. So if you go back to your form and you want to refresh it, you will be able to see this question also coming up. And here you will be able to see the entire question will form in the form of starting with bad to the best and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Google gives you option that this is way you want to select. It will not be like very good, very bad, or something like that. It gives you a numerical number, so it's very clear that what you are asking from them. So this is pretty simple. So yahan tak ho gaya. So we have done the feedback questions. So next we are going to do something like what do you say, you want to enter some kind of a date. So yeah, hum is pe ek kaam karte, we'll go to the file upload first. Suppose you want to collect some data, like you want to take a picture. Example, you want the person to you are interviewing someone. Now you can automate your interviewing process here itself. You don't have to call individual that what you are doing. You can do it later on, but thousands of the CVs are coming to our offices. You need an individual person to actually collate by the based on experience, by the name of qualification, by the location, and so many filters are over there. Here the Google has given you that particular option directly on the Google form itself. So it's your choice. What you do is you simply ask the applicant to answer all those kind of name and all that, the city name and all that. So if you want, like I'm from Chandigarh, India. So if I want that the candidates, I'm going to open my office in Dubai. So I want the candidates to be from Dubai and nearby region only. So as soon as I filter out the applications from the Dubai area, I can do it. So I don't have to be relied on anything. It's pretty simple in the Google Sheet. I just simply put a filter like Excel sheet. So Google Sheet is just like Excel sheet. I just put a filter for Dubai, and I have got all the CVs coming up. Now, I also want my support team or my delivery team to deliver something, and where I want that photograph to be given, like some delivery is there or some receipt has to be done, or a delivery has been done to a customer place and customer has signed a receipt or they have made some entry or something. We want the delivery boy to collect that and that data should be given to us. Now imagine a scenario that you have sent a delivery to almost 300 kilometers away. Now but you want the data. The other person, what he will do is he will create a delivery slip or note and he will there, then he will take a picture, he will send on WhatsApp to you or an email to you where it will be lost. But if you create a form in the application where the person just has to drop down to the invoice, as soon as he goes to that invoice, he simply take a picture of the receipt. So that kind of scenario, you can have a Google Drive, or you want the person responding to the interview with his or her credentials, the degree certificates, any kind of experience certificate, you can use this. So upload. So all these are going to the Google Drive. As soon as I go over here and I put a continue, so it is going to give me this kind of interface where it is going to say, "Okay, simple. Please upload your documents." So you can upload your documents. Now, as Google policy, it's your choice. You want to define what kind of the files you want to allow. So as soon as you click over here, it gives you this option: documents, spreadsheets, PDF, video, presentation, drawing, anything like that. Okay. Give me a minute. There is an urgent call. I just need to. Sorry, there was an urgent call. Somebody from out of the city is there to meet me, and I was supposed to call him, but somehow I was not able to speak to him. So, what Google does is Google allows you to actually specify the kind of the files that you want. That is one. Or if you are not aware of that, you are collecting the data from the field, you just simply keep it like this. And as soon as you keep it like this, you don't have to worry about any kind of the files which are available can be uploaded. Now, number of files you can select. So you can select number of file like 1 2 3 4 5, that you can do that. Maximum file size you can actually go up to 10 GB. So don't worry about that. If you want somebody to create a video for you, a video interview for you, you want somebody to take, like your customer support teams is facing some problem in a machine and you want that data to be given to you. So in the WhatsApp, that data goes off, your mobile goes off, the data goes off. If you don't take the backups, your WhatsApp becomes heavier. But here nothing is going to happen, the whole data is going to come to a central place. So your support engineer goes to a customer place, he sees some kind of a problem coming up, he makes a video and he gives it back. This is submitted to your senior support team, who will see that video. First of all, that video will be acting as a training ground for your another team who might be facing this kind of problem coming in future. One. Second thing is, you are able to keep this as a record so that when you support that machine, you service that machine, that you repair that machine, and when the machine works fine, your customer know that this was the condition before and now this is the change. So you can go up to 10 GB. So this is a huge thing which Google Forms does and no other form does, who can get you a data of 10 GB through the form only. Pretty easy. Although you will need a very fast internet, but the 10 GB data, 10 GB type of videos, you can simply send it. So maximum file size is up to 10 GB that you can add, but normally 5 MB, 10 MB, these are documents that you can easily add. You can add a number of files, so you can add up to 10 numbers of files. So if you're looking at an interview form, or you're looking at some kind of a delivery form, or if you are looking at some kind of a problematic stadiums, so you can just add on whatever you want to do. So please upload your documents, and if you make it required, automatically the person has to enter it. Otherwise, the person is not going to enter it. Okay. So this is pretty simple. Now, this is what we can do in this. There are other options which are date and time, which now, because the time is already past our actual time, so I will be covering this in the next session. So today we are done with our training session. Now I am opening the class for the questions. So anybody who wants to have a question, or you can chat, or you can speak, whatever you like. You can unmute yourself. Everyone is now allowed to unmute. If there are any questions, we can answer that. Do we have any questions? Okay. So if there are no questions, so there are only two conclusions. Either the training has been really very good, or it has been really bad. You guys have not been able to understand anything. Either way, I'm a positive person. I feel that you guys have got something out of it. But still, if you have any questions, feel free to connect with me. I would be more than happy to help you out to create forms. Now the task for you, whatever the business you are, whatever kind of the jobs you are, at least create two use cases for your forms. Those two use cases forms should be made by you and shared with me online, either on the WhatsApp group or either on different group. So my request is pretty clear, that anything which is in your business where you want to create a data collection form, either for sales, support, customer support, anything, at least two forms should be made, and those forms should be shared in the WhatsApp group so that others people can also see that what has been done, so that you can cover on this. Am I okay that? Am I going to get that from you guys?
Sure, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So, so I think I don't have much queries from now. So I feel that everything has now been covered up. So thank you very much for your time. Now we are going to close this uh, web, and thank you very much. And I'll be uploading these recordings maybe by tomorrow morning, so that in case you need any kind of revisit on the training that has been done, you will be able to do it. Thank you very much.
Manmeet,
Yeah,
Charanjit Singh here.
yeah, Charanjit, tell me.
So, Manmeet, I'm sorry, I mean, we missed this today's session.
No
But
problem. It's available
lastly, you
recordings.
said that you're sharing a recording. Am I right?
Yeah, it's always there. It's on the portal. Yes, log into the portal. You'll be able to see that by tomorrow. Yeah, today's recording will be available tomorrow.
Portal means what? Or why to go
From
to
where
the
you have
website?
registered, sir? You must have registered
Hello?
somewhere.
Huh?
Have you? You must have registered, na, sir?
Yes, I have registered. Yes.
There is a link, but I will put the portal link again in the WhatsApp group so that you can
Yeah,
just
please put it in the
check
WhatsApp
over
group.
there.
Yeah.
Yes. If you are in the
So
WhatsApp
nice
group
of you.
already, you have gone through the portal only. But still, I will give you the link. You can log in.
Oh, so nice of you.
Old
Okay.
recordings are already there, and today's recording will be uploaded by tomorrow.
So please share it in the group, this group only.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.